Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of our resource farming guide series. Today we're going to be taking a look at Nano Spores. So in our previous video we covered polymer bundles, and the exact same kind of techniques and tactics are going to be used here. We're going to be using the same squad composition and the same builds. So if you didn't see the previous video, please go and have a look at that, the one on polymer bundle farming, and just look at the builds we use there, because they're going to be exactly the same as they are here. We're just going to be running a different map, obviously, and we're going to be looking for a different type of tile set. So just covering the build briefly, we're going to be using the same core as last time, with our pilfering Strangledome for the extra resources. Everything else here is going to be pretty much useless. And then for our pet here, make sure you're running your Kavat just for that double resource booster. And also, if you want to boost your resources even more, you can run a resource booster and a resource drop chance booster. And if you're feeling really magnanimous, you can run a resource drop chance blessing if you are MR30 or you happen to know someone who is MR30. Like I said in the previous video, the same squad applies. It's going to be 2 Necros and 1 Speed Nova. So do make sure that you're running that. It's going to provide you with the best drop rate. But yeah, for farming and Nano Spores, the map that we're going to be using is Oestrus on Eris. This is going to provide us with a really neat little tactic here, whereby we have a huge amount of time within this map. It's very confined, and we can use our Magus Anomaly. Again, if you didn't see the previous video, do go and have a look at that. It covers the build in a lot more detail, but we can go ahead and have a quick look here. Pardon me. So yeah, Magus Anomaly, putting enemies in from 25 or 30 meters, is going to help us really boost our drop rate. So yeah, we'll hop into the squad run, and then what we'll do, guys, as before on the polymer bundle farm, we'll take a look at the Necros build and the solo run. So for the solo run, it's going to be slightly different, but we'll go into it on once we've gone through the squad run. So I'll see you guys in there. Alright guys, so we're just loading in here, and we are looking for a specific tile set on this map, and luckily we get it first time here. So this is the room you want to be spawning in, with this little, yeah, kind of infested underground area to the left. We're going to run around in a circle here. Now, it's important to note that there is a little tactic that's known here on this map, and that is that you can force additional enemies to spawn. It's not a kind of guaranteed tactic, and it's not kind of proven to work, but we have seen higher rates with it, so you can do it. Essentially, the way that it works is that if you enter this map or this tile set, if you are not the host, that is, and you break a container and then you leave again, and then you rejoin, it will count you as 2 players, because when you joined them out the first time and destroyed the crate, the game registered a player destroying that particular item, and it's sort of cached the player, and then when they rejoin, it just caches it as a separate player, because this type of tile set actually has the capability of holding up to 8 players theoretically, since it was used for the old raid missions. So basically what we're doing here is just kind of re-inviting people, just so that we get sort of, up to 7 people essentially joining here, which in theory increases the spawn limits. And we have seen additional loot drop from using this tactic. But basically, once everyone has rejoined here, what you want to do is you want to head into this room. You will see a kind of cylindrical structure in the center, and we're just going to sit on here and set up our Cora Strangledomes. And the idea is that you just want to keep one of these injectors alive, just so that it's obviously keeping ticking and you don't lose the mission. The others can fade. You basically want to prolong this mission as long as possible. And all we're going to do really is just sit here and spam R5 to draw the enemies in and kill them with our anomaly. But yeah, that's pretty much the tactic from there on out, guys. So you can do this as many rounds as you want. Usually you can get away with about 3 or 4 rounds before you find that your Strangledome starts wearing off on the Ancient Healers, for example, or the Corruptors. So you can go a decent amount of time on this map, but I wouldn't recommend staying too long. 2 rounds is usually fine. You can get around the sort of 700 to 800,000 Nano Spores from doing this method if you have all of the buffs active, those being the Drop Chance Blessing, Resource Drop Booster, and the Resource Drop Chance Booster. So all of those combined will yield you in the region of around 700,000 for 2 kind of runs using this tactic. or 2 rounds, sorry, using this tactic. But yeah, that's basically it, guys, for this farm. So what we'll do now, we'll quickly go back to the Orbiter, and we'll take a look at the solo farm now. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so for our solo farm, once again, very similarly to the Polymer Bundle farm, we're going to be coming across to our like Umbral Necros build that we've got here, and that we've showed off in previous farms. And we're going to be running on Steel Path as usual, and we're going to be farming on Titan, on Saturn. Now the reason for this is because you can farm Nano Spores through Infested, but we find that obviously drop rates from Infested are a bit lower than from the Grineer. And the tile sets on this map are actually really nice for just trapping the Acolyte in one spot so that we can stack up Steel Essence alongside farming our Nano Spores, which is kind of what we're going for with this series of guides. So what we'll do, we'll hop in, I'll show you the tile set that I like to use on this map that I find really useful and really good for farming as well, as it funnels enemies really nicely into one spot. And then we'll probably just round the video off there. What I'll do as well, guys, I'll post the link in the video description to the Steel Path, Steel Essence farming guide, just so you guys can see the Necros build that I'm using here a bit more in depth. The whole build is run through a lot more in detail in that video, so do go and have a look at that. But yeah, we'll just hop in now and take a look at it. Alright guys, so for this solo run, one of the tile sets that I like to use on this map is this one right here. It comes up mostly, well, quite a lot on this map actually. It's this kind of staircase tile set. And what we're basically going to do, we're going to sit at the top here. As you can see, the enemies funnel through really nicely in this spot. We don't even have to really use our anomaly at all here. And when the Acolyte spawns, all we're going to do is just drop down onto this ledge here. The Acolyte's going to spawn down here, and we can just double jump up and shoot down at him like that. So that's basically the gist of it, guys. But yeah, we can just kind of just keep our resources building up over here. Well, not building up, we're going to pick them all up because we've got fetch on our cat this time at the right level, which is nice. You might even be able to get away with having a max ranked fetch on this tile set even. I'm not totally sure, but I believe that the distance is far enough away. We'll have a look when the loot drops. It might be a bit risky, but you might be able to get away with it, so we'll see. But yeah, what I'll do, guys, obviously the Acolyte should spawn fairly soon, but if he doesn't, I will just skip ahead to when he does. Alright guys, so it looks like we've got ourselves a bit of a late spawner here. He should spawn somewhere in the next 40 seconds. But I thought just before he did, I'd point out the fact that obviously this is a solo run. You are not going to get as many resources as you would do in a group run for this resource. So do bear that in mind. Obviously, if you want to like completely go to town on farming this resource, it's better to do it in a group. You will definitely get a better return. Wow, he's spawning really late this time. Maybe. There we go. So yeah, we'll just come back over to this little spot back here. We'll try not to miss that. We might have just ruined this. I doubt it though. And there we go. So yeah, it bounced up to 11 meters. So probably not a good idea to run a max ranked fetch here. But yeah, still sitting 18 meters away on this ledge. But that's the way we do it, guys. So what I'll do, I'll skip forward to the next Acolyte, just to show you guys that he does, in fact, just spawn in the same spot. And then, yeah, we'll take it from there. So I'll see you guys when he spawns again. Okay, guys, so our Acolyte's spawning again. Like I said, we're just going to jump down onto our ledge here, keep our buffs going. And there we go. We can just keep stacking up there. So that's pretty much the gist of it, guys. Like I said, if you are farming specifically for Steel Essence, I said this in my Steel Essence Sky video, I'd recommend going on Annie, just because obviously this tile set isn't a guaranteed spawn and you do have to go looking for it. And sometimes obviously you're not going to find it. You are going to waste quite a bit of time looking for this. I would only recommend farming Steel Essence on this tile set if you are trying to get Nano Spores alongside it. So that's basically the reason that you will want to come here. But that's basically going to be it for this video, guys. If you did like the video, please hit like and subscribe. And I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.